arrogance in a smile, love and compassion hand in hand. Forgiveness helps us understand. Infinite threads weaving hearts together, even miles apart. Through the laughter, through the tears, we find strength to face our fears. Infinite threads weaving hearts together, even miles apart. Through the laughter, through the tears, we find strength to face our fears.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm Bob, and I'm so grateful you're here today. We talk a lot on this podcast about love, connection, and seeing the good in people. But what happens when someone in your life seems to make that almost impossible? What if they are so self-absorbed, so manipulative, or so emotionally draining that it feels like love isn't an option? Today, we're going to talk about narcissism. Not just the casual kind we throw around in conversation, but actual Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD. More importantly, we're going to explore how we can approach narcissists with both compassion and boundaries. Because love does not mean allowing ourselves to be harmed. This seems to be happening a lot in the world today, guys. And I just felt like we needed to talk about it. Narcissism is more than just ego, especially this kind. The word narcissist gets used a lot, but actually NPD is a deep psychological condition, often rooted in childhood trauma, emotional neglect, or a desperate need for validation. It's not just arrogance or selfishness. It's a disorder that makes true emotional connection difficult, if not impossible, for the person experiencing it. Someone with NPD may constantly seek admiration and validation, lack genuine empathy for other people, struggle with criticism and react with anger or defensiveness, manipulate or control situations to protect their self-image. And here's the hard part. Many narcissists don't even realize they're hurting others. Their behavior is often a defense mechanism against deep insecurities that they don't want to face. But understanding why someone is the way they are doesn't mean we should let them abuse, cause harm, or anything like that in our lives. We can't allow that. You've got to be able to love without losing yourself. You've got to set boundaries. One of the biggest mistakes we make when dealing with a narcissist is believing that love means sacrificing ourselves. But love without boundaries isn't love. It's self-destruction. Let me say that again. Love without boundaries isn't love. It's self-destruction. So how do we love wisely? Well, set clear boundaries. You can have compassion without allowing manipulation. Define what behaviors you will and won't accept. Detach from the need for their approval. Narcissists may try to make you feel like you're the problem. You don't need their validation. Don't engage in power struggles. Narcissists thrive on control. The best way to protect your peace is not to play their game. Setting boundaries isn't rejection. it's self-respect. Compassion, having compassion without enabling. Now you might be wondering, how can I still love someone like this without letting them walk all over me? Well, we've talked a little bit about this before. See the wounded child within them. Many narcissists were emotionally neglected as children. Their behavior isn't an attack, it's a defense. Offer love without expecting change. True love isn't conditional, but don't tie your well-being to their personal growth. You can also pray for them, but protect your peace. If you're spiritual, if that's what this means for you, send them love, pray for them, or wish them healing, but from a distance if necessary. Know when to walk away. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is remove yourself from the relationship. And that's true, guys. It can be very difficult for empaths and such because we desperately want to help those people. We felt their pain and we want to take them away from that pain. But realistically, we cannot do that at the sacrifice of ourselves. Compassion doesn't mean allowing harm. It means choosing to love from a place of wisdom, not weakness. Love, but love wisely. Dealing with narcissism is one of the hardest tests of love and compassion. It requires us to see someone's wounds without letting them wound us. And here's something important to remember. Love is infinite, but access to you is not. You can choose to love without sacrificing yourself. You can choose to see the good in someone while still refusing to be mistreated. And when necessary, you can choose to walk away, knowing that love does not mean enduring harm. Thank you guys for spending this time with me today. I know this is a difficult subject. It was difficult to talk about. It really was. But I hope it gives you clarity and strength in the relationships you navigate. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you had to set boundaries with a narcissist? How did you handle it? Let's talk in the comments. I'll see you soon for another episode of Infinite Threads. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. And remember, we're all part of this infinite thread, and love is what holds it together. I love each and every one of you very, very, very much. And you know what? I need you to go pass that on, okay? Later.
Every story, every voice, in this love we all rejoice. Infinite threads, here we go. Welcome friends, enjoy the show. Every story, every voice, in this love we all rejoice. Infinite threads, here we go. Welcome friends, enjoy the show.